Clemson appears to have the wheels back on the track, in particular against lesser ACC opponents, as they are running roughshod through the conference as they are wont to do over the last decade or so. We got Steve Merrill on the line to break down all the big games across college football as Steve joins us each and every week here at the Voice of College Football. Catch Steve's work at wagertalk.com. Steve, we've got Clemson as a near 21 or 3-touchdown, 20-point favorite at Wake Forest, and of course coming off another win against Florida State last weekend.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll hit that key number of 21. It's currently 20 across the board at the Wager Talk Live odds screen, and you can check the openers there as well, and you'll see a lot of spots open 20.5 earlier in the week, and it's come down a bit now to pretty much 20 across the board, and I would actually agree with that move down. My 10,000 simulations actually favor Clemson by less than that. On average, I've got Clemson winning this game by about 16.5 points. So I do think the line is inflated. If we could get that key number of plus 21 or more, I think there would be some solid line value at that point with Wake Forest. So we dig a little bit deeper here to see if maybe Wake can stay within the nearly 3 touchdowns against Clemson. I mean, first of all, the scheduling situation on the surface, Clemson only has Virginia on deck, so I don't think it's a huge look ahead after the big Florida State win. This could have been a sandwich spot. They were also a 16-point favorite last week and won by 16, so it landed right on that number against Florida State, the closing line at least. We talked about that, of course, here last week in some of the videos as well. Clemson is a team that's pretty good this year. They had that tough opener, of course, to start the season against Georgia. The 3 points scored, not that impressive, especially since we saw Alabama kind of go up and down the field on Georgia. But I still think the first opening week, we can't take too much out of that. The offense did step up the next 3 games with 40 points or more against lesser opponents. The 29 scored against Florida State actually was pretty good because they put up actually exactly 500 yards of offense. So I do think Clemson can move the ball in this game. The question becomes, can Wake Forest catch up when behind? And I think they have a chance to do so. They average almost 7.5 yards per pass, 31 points a game, 6 yards per play. So I would say Wake Forest does have a little bit of backdoor cover potential if needed here. And with the inflated line, I'd probably lean towards them at plus 20.
Folks, as Steve alluded to, you can jump from channel to channel to channel right here at the Voice of College Football and check out all of Steve's segments with us, breaking down all the biggest games in college football. But for the complete look, it's wagertalk.com with Steve on not just college football, but the NFL and Major League Baseball. Check out the ticker below. It's Steve providing his exclusive under the radar selection for us here at the Voice of College Football, and all of my picks as well right here at the Voice of College Football. College football is even more exciting with some action on the line, and the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.